I'm almost in now. Getting told. Welcome back to part 2 of my playthrough of Morrowind. We left off in Suran, and here we are. So I'm going to try to guide my player out of Suran, hopefully with the best equipment possible. Enter this building here. This is a good place to pick up some fairly high value items, and also read this book here on the wall for an increase in your marksmanship. Okay, now I'm just going to make a save here. There was some loud coughing in the background. That was just somebody having a coughing fit in the background as I filmed this video, or as I captured this gameplay.
I'm waiting.
And did commentary over the top of, like I'm doing. Oh, I've just stolen a pair of pants right in front of her. But she, for some reason, this lady here will catch you stealing and just call you a filthy swit, but not actually do anything about it. But we have also discovered from the years of exploiting this game that you can make a bit of money here in this building at the beginning of the game, and it's good to have this, although you may choose not to do this out of your decisions of how you want to roleplay your character, and that is a personal decision. But mine is to rob this bitch blind. Welcome to Suran, gem of the Asctually Isles. Okay, so I'm still pressing the wrong buttons as I try to escape these conversations. But anyway, so these are worth 6 steel. What do I actually want to steal here? I think we'll take this steel. Oh, I just took that. I just took that, and she didn't say anything. So I don't even know if you need an exploit here. I'm just going to start taking stuff, and let's find out. You're going to need heaps of repair hammers.
Filthy swit.
No, she's probably calling me filthy swit, but I have the sound down, so I can't hear that. I mean, I don't need to appear to have to use any jumping tricks. I can just take it. She's not calling any guards. I'm not getting any bounty. And this glitch may not even appear in your copy, but it certainly appears in every copy that I've ever played. And I think it's fairly well known and extremely useful, because most of this gear here, well, except with the exception of that stuff there, is kind of crap. But there's some gear here, like this stuff here, which will make you a fair bit of money. You know, I mean, you may even wish to wear that if you're classed in heavy armor. I think that you may wish to wear most of this steel right pauldron and such. This is really good gear for early game Morrowind, because you're unlikely, unless you are a thief character, to really run across something better than that at the beginning of the game. But I'm going to sell it, and I'm also going to get rid of this cheating equipment, which is light armor, and quite good light armor, but it's not worth a lot of money, and I'm here to make money. Even though the stuff is basically free, because the game has a horrible glitch in this section of the game, but a horrible glitch that we can really take advantage of. And that book's worth heaps, so take that book. Now, I don't know if her generosity extends to her upstairs, but I'm going to take a look. Because silver anything in this game is worth quite a bit of money, and in the early games of this, you may wish to take that with you. Take that information and use it. I mean, stuff like this, it's worth money, but it also, you have to just cart it around. As well, and it's just better to have bigger, heavier items, I find, because well, even though you can't necessarily make as much money as you could if you just carted around lots of small items that had pretty decent value. The thing is, you can just drop one piece. It's much better for inventory management, which becomes a real issue in this game the more you play it, because you may wish to carry more stuff around with you at once. This is a particularly chatty version of the playthrough, by the way, if you're listening. He says as he drinks out of the can, out of a little can like this. If you can't hear me, that's why. So this pawnbroker also has some pretty good stuff, so I head on over to here.
Speak, traveller.
And here you may actually wish to use the trick. So this is where I'm going to sell my stuff first, that I've just taken from the rather generous lady over at that other building. With the exception of maybe I should keep that bow. But I'm not going to. Okay. Oh, come on, mate. Will you pay $1 more? Of course. Okay. From time to time, you know, you might want to think of destroying your reputation with someone like this by admiring them constantly. Sometimes it's worth it just for your speechcraft, because so long as you have any speechcraft at all, so you'll always win back some points. You just kind of want to do this stuff throughout the game, especially with characters that aren't too important. You know, if you can't get them up, just give them a little bribe. You know, or you may even taunt and intimidate. I mean, you can use that to your advantage as well in sections of the game, but mostly you want people to like you, so they'll give you good bargains in their shops, and also tell you good, useful information. But this guy hates me now. Oh, wow.
Stop this, stop this, stop
Unless he's bribed 10 gold, which I'm losing money now. I'm trying to get this guy liking me. No. He's just like, look, I'll take you $10 every time. Anyway. Yep. So. Now the problem is that I'm used to doing this with a different sort of control style, so I've got to be careful now. These are worth 2,000 gold. So you just jump and you hit the roof, just like that, and when you're on the roof, you take it. Why? The game doesn't register that you're in his line of sight when you're up there. So if you watch... It's just a stupid thing that kind of makes the game more pleasant to play at the start, because honestly, if you really want to muck around for a long time in this game to work out how the hell to play, you can. That can be fun as well, but it can also just be fun to just take advantage of this crap. It's already built in, the bugs are in there. Just use them to get yourself some joy. Unless, you know, you're looking for a real challenge and you've never played the game, of course. But if you've played the game a million times, you definitely begin to bore of this early game, because there really are only so many ways you can play it. You could come in here and steal all this stuff and get attacked by guards and then have to have a bounty on you and all that. But I choose not to do that. I should call myself Dr. Ranter. Yeah, Dr. Ranter. No, as doctor makes anything sound like, you know what you're talking about. I definitely rant. I always make a save, guys. I'm not much of a quick saver. I grew up on consoles, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's just a fact that took a really long time to convince my parents of the in my 90s childhood to get a computer. They just weren't really into the idea. We had a photocopier. We had this gigantic photocopier. And I just, yeah. It was useful from time to time, like, don't get me wrong. I photocopied a hell of a lot of my school assignments from books and stuff for the references and things like that. So it was useful, but I mean, computers were a thing.
Quickly, Outlander. I have
So
much
I played
time.
mostly console video games on the computer. I'm still just totally inept when it comes to playing PC games. Even though I've gotten fairly used to it now. I'll come over to the armourer now, because this guy, it feels like spacebar should be jump. And E should be collect, but instead spacebar's collect and E is jump. You know what I mean? Like, that is just silly. I'm gonna swap that around right now, while I'm still making the mistake of doing it. Because I know obviously.
Do you pick up more than you do you meant to jump?
It's not so much that, it's just more that my brain is has its own mind made up about how this must work. Just because I think in most PC games you would press E to use something. Nowadays, at least. It's so yeah. Now I need to find the thing that was E. Is it this? Activate. Or is it use? What's activate? Now, what is joy zero? That doesn't make any sense. I feel like activate must be what I changed of. And that's what I was doing, was activate. So now activate is E. Hopefully. Now, it's part of my playthrough that I did that. Okay, so I won't steal from this guy yet. He does have, no, he doesn't really have anything that amazing. He has something behind there. He has all armor, I think, which is probably really good for me. As I use medium armor. Okay, let's have a crack at this one. Yeah, my acrobatics is increased to 6. That's what happens if you don't choose acrobatics as a major or minor skill. But the thing is, you just jump everywhere you go and it goes up. So that's the thing with acrobatics. Yeah, okay, so they're on the ground, so you can't actually jump to get them. You can maybe pull it off with this one. Yeah. But not these. They've put them just out of reach. Now, I mean, that could be coincidence, but it almost just seems like they knew that glitch was in there. Well, it wasn't so much a glitch, is it? It's just the way the systems work, and you just happen to be out of the line of sight. They would have had to probably rework everything about the way the characters detect you to fix it. Okay, well, I feel like I don't want to push it past that. I don't want to get caught. I just got a pretty cool... I'm going to wear it right in front of him as well. Wherever it is. See, if you're using heavy armor at this point, you find some really good heavy armor, like that ebony right bracer. But oh, I've also got a pretty good cuirass from that other shop. Okay, so that's got... I should be wearing that. That's got to be better than what I've got here. It is. Far better. And this here as well. Okay. And I just picked up an orc helmet, didn't I?
Yeah, those ones.
But where did it go? That's weird. That's very weird. Obviously some rule in the game here or something. Let's find out. Oh man, my armoring is not that impressive. I'll waste a lot of hammers just trying to fix something. He fails a lot. Oh no. Okay. Oh, he's showing it. There it is. I succeeded getting that up a little bit. This glass dagger is probably worth quite a bit. I could have just probably paid him to do that and not wasted all my things, actually. Yep. What do you know? It's worth fixing this glass dagger for 4,000, and I will show you why. Because we're going to go find the real reason that we're in Suran right now, pretty much. Once we make sure that we've ripped off everything that we want to rip off. This must be the Orcish helm. It is. There's an armor rating of 40. Far better than this one. Nice. Okay, now there is loads of stuff in these crates. But it's a bit more complicated perhaps to get it. I can't get at it. I can't remember. But I'm going to take a look because there is some really good stuff in these. Okay, so you just kind of float around in the air for a bit and then you can just yoink like that until you land again. Or if you're stuck on the roof like this, that seems to be alright. Now all of this stuff, I mean, you can take all of this because we're going to a merchant, oh, don't want them, that has 10,000 gold, so that we can sell all these really expensive things that we took from those shops earlier that are worth more than what any of the other merchants in the game have. I think I'm stuck on the roof slightly. There we go. Now, if I try to dress in that, I think they get the shits. I don't know. I'm not going to try putting it on in the city. I don't know. You know. Let me just try and see. I've already got one of those on. Yeah, why not? I'll wear some Balmora boots. With, where we got lead pauldron. Yeah, okay. I got the full set. I never get to use this armor because I always go heavy armor.
Speak, traveler.
This is what I look like now. We've gone from not quite hero, but you know, we're starting to look all
Say your
right.
words.
Look at this guy. Yeah, he looks pretty tough. Okay. With those orcs, you gotta look up close. So, where we're headed. It's down this way. But we are going to have to deal with the goddamn cliff races. If you don't know what these things are, it could possibly be worse than any game ever. Now, there is someone up here with an amazing sword that you can try to challenge, but we're not going to do that yet, because I think it's something that is a lot easier if you just... You could maybe glitch him and try to find a way to take him out, but I just think that it's more sensible to just not worry about it. There are a lot of these guys and I just want to fight them because there's so many, but we're going to leave them alone because we don't want to risk it. Morrowind is a dangerous place. So if we keep following the shoreline, eventually you'll see this remains of a dwemer ruin here. The best place to cross is right here at this little rock section. Okay, you see, little rock section. There's rocks everywhere, but you know, if you're watching the video, you'll see where I crossed. Now, this is where these cliff races become annoying, and there'll probably be slaughterfish in the waters as well. So, I'm getting a sniff. Okay, so now on land, this cliff racer here is going to try to have a go. Alright, so from here, we want to just sort of walk around the rock basically. Try to climb up through the middle. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah! Right as I sneeze. Probably jump. Yeah, they're pretty dumb. And they're just not a good enemy. You can't really fathom how they actually thought that they'd leave that in, to be honest. Now, I'm getting a little bit confused about where I am here, so but I should easily be able to find what I'm looking for. I think this is it here. Now, we cannot go over to that island. Do not go over to that island until, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who doesn't. Well, I am spoiling it with this video deliberately. There is a merchant over here. Not like a human merchant, but a merchant with a lot of gold who you do not want to die. And he will get killed by cliff races if you lead any over him. So you need to make sure that they're dead. That is this little guy here. Do not kill this little guy, because this is our merchant. Okay. So, get a little bit of background from him, but it doesn't really matter with this guy. He doesn't either hate you or like you. You can just sell your stuff to him. So boom, there's like 4,000 right there. Okay, so we should be able, these are 2,000 each. So 2, 4, 6. That should be 10,000. $3,000. Just like that. Now, if you wait 24 hours, he will replenish his gold, which is exactly what I'm going to do to get rid of the rest of this stuff. But don't ever wait near him, because you're just getting killed. Wait somewhere else. Be responsible and keep that little guy alive, because basically trying to fence or get rid of anything that you have later on in the game, when you really are starting to get weapons that are worth a lot of gold, and yet for some reason the developers only gave 2 merchants in the whole game enough money to make any of these sales worth it. A silly decision. Okay, cannot rest while it's nearby. Obviously that cliff racer hasn't given up. It's around. Somewhere. Jeez, my ankle, man. This is so annoying. Okay, I think I'm gonna break my own rule and try to sleep over against this guy. I'm having no luck at all here. So, I mean, I've got another 4,000 to make there easy. But I really, really want to get this done. Kill what I can't find. Attack me. Get this over and done with. Also, everywhere. You may have noticed the block skill in this one is not like 2 newer Elder Scrolls games, including in Skyrim. It's dependent actually on your block skill, whether or not the character actually blocks as well. So, and luck has quite a large role to play also in this edition of Elder Scrolls. Although I suspect it probably does in all of them that it exists in. I don't know if it's in the newer titles. Right, so now I'll just come back down to this guy. You have to move around so frustrating and slow when the game starts, but you're just blazing, you're like jumping over buildings like a superhuman almost, when once your acrobatics is 100 in this one. It's quite ridiculous. Very, very fun. Okay. Let's just rest 24 hours. Actually had something else there that was worth a lot of money, so I've actually almost made it to another $10,000. So I'm glad I stuck around. I am now absolutely loaded and set up for so much stuff that would have been a hassle further on down the track. and now is no longer really that big of a problem because you have $20,000 or 20,000 gold that you can use in the game to not go around buying weapons. You don't need to do that. You fight for your weapons. To use just to help you get through whatever it is you need to get through. You'll know what to use the money for when you need it. Now, finding my way back to the shoreline. Okay. This is why I say to come across at these rocks, because later on when you're walking back, there's that swordfish. You'll kind of want to identify the coastline, possibly. I'm having a foggy day, so I definitely needed it. Okay, it actually looks quite nice and foggy. Though it is starting to show its age quite a lot now, even with these mods. I still remember the first time I saw just this volcanic action. And I kind of just got excited at how big this game and like diverse the locations were. I guess for early RPG players, that would have been so revolutionary for single player games. Dust storms, you have to be careful out in these too, because you can catch disease. We're having dust storms for real in real life as well. People here in Australia. So having all sorts of crazy ass weather. So I really don't do anything else in this town. I'm here for the money. So now I take myself
I will listen, Outlander, but make
to Balmora so that I can begin my main quest, which is a good beginning point from this point of the game. Now you can get a sword of white woe, I believe, in this building, but it's not worth the hassle if you don't want the trouble with it. I think you can beat the guard, I think you can taunt him into fighting him, and then take the sword. And it's a pretty good starting sword. Not the best or anything, but it may suit your character. Let's have a look anyway, while I'm here in Suran. I may not steal it, but oh, look at that. Something's not right with my game here. Very interesting. I think they have another floor. Let's see if it does it on the top. Oh, it doesn't have another floor. So, I actually have no access to that on my game. So, there's another one in the town that we're heading to though. The other one. There's two of them in the game.
If I walk, then you can ride.
I think one might be slightly different. I don't know. Sure, you'll have to just trust me that I know that they're in those buildings. If you've been watching me this far and you've seen me play, I'm sure that
Where would you
you
like
trust
to
me
know?
that I know where I'm going and what it is that I'm doing. Even though I just sound like a crazy ringtone. Sound like one. Balmora now it's just lagging out quite a bit. I don't know whether this is my graphics card causing this or if it's the recording. It isn't really the best graphics card, so you know, I'm getting about 16 frames here. If that's what I get, that's what I get. I don't have the world's best computer, people. So we've come this far, and the video is coming to an end as well for this section, and I'll pick it back up again after we do this one last thing. This shirtless guy here,
Any time now.
that has been, you know, on the schooner pipe. This guy here, this is the guy that they sent you to see. Chaos Cosseeds. Okay, so we have to report to him and join the cause. And yes, the blades. This guy'll have a lot to say too, by the way. And everything that he says is pretty useful. So depending on whether you've played the game or not, you may wish to read this. I simply just like to have the journal ticked off to say that it's in there. I'm sure other people do this. I can't be that much of a weirdo. Orders. Oh, I wasn't even clicking stuff off. He hadn't given me my orders yet. Okay, everything's all good. I think I've basically clicked the crap out of everything. So I'm going to end the video here and continue off from here in the next video. So thanks for watching.